Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. And before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world, but we got a special treat the last couple of days. Spirit's been wanting me to bring in my singing bowl, which is an amazing bowl that just takes me to another place. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. But we're going to use this vibration to spread the higher love vibration to the world. So if you want to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and let this vibration carry us to a higher place. So take a deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And if you are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, your body, your heart, a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we vibrate this energy to you as well. Beautiful. It's going to keep going for a minute here. It's a very powerful bowl, which you can probably tell with the energy that it puts out. It's like it does take me somewhere else. All right. And before we get into the readings too, let me move this over here. I always like to make sure everyone knows I am a giveaway fiend. I love giving away things, and every Monday I have a giveaway. Tuesdays I'll put out a video announcing what I'm giving away, how you can get into the drawing or whatever it is I'm giving away, and any other giveaway news. So here's the link to that video. And this particular one giveaway for tomorrow is also includes a special giveaway which has to do with my Take 10 with Zen series that I started 6 weeks ago. Every week I put out a video that's 10 minutes or less that talks about connecting to spirit world, connecting to our higher power, or dropping, questions from my subscribers. I answer those as well. So, if you want to check those out, there's a special if you watch, those videos. Of course, hit the like button if you like them. Tell me that you like them, and then if you comment on all six, that would be 6 tickets into the drawing for a 30-minute personal recorded reading as well. So, if you're interested in that, check it. And then also, like I said, I'm a giveaway fiend. And right now, I got Crazy Zen summer sale going on. For the month of July, I have 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love. And that's an energetic process that allows, with permission of your higher self, this kind of pocket of silence, this pocket of quietness to where you can reflect. It pushes the chaos noise away, and sometimes people too. If you want more information on it, check out the link because it does talk about a warning that comes with that. And then also, I'm giving 50% off my personal recorded readings. So that's the prices right there. So sorry. If you want to book a reading or a hedge, here's the link. All of this information on the sale is in the description box of the video if you need to come back to it. All right. And then each week also, I put out a free pick a card reading, which this last week was how can I transform my anger? The week before was transforming sadness. I think they're going to be on a transformation kick for a little bit with the ideas that they've been giving me for the future pick a cards here for the next couple weeks. But it's not about, these are bad emotions and you shouldn't experience them. We come here to experience anger and sadness and any of those other lower vibrational emotions. And so it's okay. There's no wrong choice, there's no judgment. um, but when we're tired of riding that roller coaster, that ride in this giant amusement park full of fear rides, uh, this allows us to transform it and feel something different. So that's what those are about. I like those. And then I mentioned the Take 10 with Zen, the one that came out here on Friday. Episode 6 is all about is our death fate. The last 3 have been about fate and timing and how we can influence the timing of things in our life with our conscious thoughts, our unconscious um, programs that are running as well. So they're under 10 minutes each. So if you want to check them out, there you go. All right. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about right now. So let me get my desktop all set up and we'll get into the readings here. Let me take a quick screenshot. I just want to make sure here. I think I got down to, yeah, so right there. Let me just take a picture of that because of course, YouTube has been very good, knock on wood, these last few days without deleting any of the chat, but I still don't quite trust it yet, right? I know I'm psychic, I should know these things, but when it's technology, I don't know. All right, so let me pop out the chat here and we'll see where we're at here. All right. All right, see, so it saved it again. Yay! So we will celebrate that and have that gratitude for that energy. And let me just get this shrunk down so I can see everything. A little further over here. All right. Perfect. So, if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, first of all, welcome and welcome all of my soul family. So good to see everyone. We do have an amazing group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor. It's a wonderful combination. We love to laugh, we love to love. And so here we are. How the free readings work are we do go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. Try to keep it simple. Um, and if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want, and we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I will prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well, and then return back to the free readings and move down the list. I'm usually on for a couple of hours, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you do want to make sure I get to yours, a donation of any amount, I do honor. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everyone's finances, vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet, moon to moon. And so, whatever you're able to give, I know you're giving from your heart, and I do honor that. You can use the super chat at the bottom of the chat here. Also, in the pinned comment of this chat and in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever way you want to give, you can give into any of those. Any of those. So that is the skinny on all that. And we will get in. I'm going to be using the Good Tarot today. And we will start with Brenda Tejada. Thank you so much for your donation. And then Nova, thank you. Supanova, you will be up next after that. And oh, good. I'm glad you love the singing bowl, Country Mouse. it just, like I said, it takes me somewhere else. So I'm glad you enjoy that as well. I'm just gonna take a quick sip here and let's get started. So Brenda, let's take a look here. You want to know what's Matthew de Bro all about on Instagram? Is he checking your Instagram or trying to come back together? Okay, let's see what are Matthew's intentions with what he's doing on Instagram here. Let's see what this is meant to be. Okay, then you have these. Nope, I said they don't want those. All right. Anything else? Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see what we've got. What we've got. What we've got. What we've got. Yeah. So I don't feel like they're trying to come back together with these. We'll just get that, in here because I feel like we have the Ace of Cups here, which shows new love coming into your life. And so I don't feel like there's this drawing. Actually, I feel like there's this kind of keeping away them from you. Because we've got the 10 of air, the 10 of swords represents, our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes. And the 10 of air, the 10 of swords normally is someone exhausted. They're like laying down with all the swords stuck in their back because they've been trying to live up to all these expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos. And I feel like that's you. I feel like you were giving, 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 and you didn't get a whole lot back, right? So I feel like that this is a time, 10 is endings and new beginnings. So it's this like you're just sick and tired of trying to live up to all these expectations and you want to be true to you. And I feel like one, that you're connecting higher here to your self love, to your connection with your higher self and you're just not accepting this cage people are trying to put you in anymore. So you're at this transformative place in your life here, literally transformation here, death and rebirth. And the four of water here tells me this too, because usually there's three cups down here and someone's looking at them very bored. It's like, I don't want the love I've got in the past. It's felt very empty. And the Ace of Cups is offered up here. So the Ace of water is normally the Ace of Cups is offered from spirit, which again is connection to our higher self. But because you're raising your love vibration, you're drawing in someone with a higher love vibration, not doing what we've always done to get what we've always gotten, right? So I feel like that first part of that, it's not coming back together because I feel like spirit's gone. You've learned what you needed to learn from them, and boom, you know, we they're being bumped out of your life because you don't want that lower vibration love, and that's all they can offer now. You're wanting this higher love. Now, what are they doing on Instagram? Well, they don't, when you are getting attention, the 7 of wands, the 7 of fire is you standing up, you standing out, you being this beautiful, unique unicorn up on this hill, bright in the darkness. Um, People don't like it because they feel low about themselves. And if they feel like you are, then they will, "Oh, okay, look at them, look at them. Why don't you come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us?" Because misery loves company. And you're like, "Yeah, that's true, but so does joy, and joy throws better parties." And I feel like you're in this place of joy is bubbling up within you because that's your natural state as you're raising your love vibration. You're feeling this joy that's just bubbling from within. So I feel like that's what's going on there with them, Brenda, is that they're just a little green monster, a little jealous that you're getting attention and they're not. Um, but I don't feel like they want to get back together, which is good because I like who is headed your way instead for you. Um, but I like that. So hopefully that helps. and you can be like, "Okay, you don't have to defend your joy, you don't have to defend yourself, you can just be you, and if people don't like it and they say stuff, just realize that's about them. Feeling low about themselves doesn't have anything to do with you. They just already thought you were up here and they felt they were down here, and now you've gone even higher and they're like, "I don't like that." You know? Yeah, they're just trying to feel good about themselves, is what's going on. Because they feel they're down here and they feel you're up here. And humans will do one of two things or both things. People will, if like they think you're up here and they're down here, I call them boasters. They will try to boast themselves up to where they feel you're at, right? Or they'll try to bust you down and bring you down to where they feel they're at, or both. So, when you see that, when you see their actions, if it if our actions are not of love and intelligence and compassion, then it's of fear. And so they fear that they're, something about their worth, about who they are. And so if they are saying anything blah blah blah, then, just know that's where it's coming from. Or if they're silent and they're just watching you, there is, there's like this kind of jealousy or need to keep an eye on you to see, like, are you happier than me? Because they need to compare. I need to compare. I need to know. Am I worthy of happiness? Well, if you're happy and I'm not, then, oh, it's all about them. They're just looking in a mirror. So you can just be like, all right, you can do what you want to do, but you get to look in the mirrors to see what they want you to know about you, right? Not about them. All right. So hopefully that makes sense, Brenda. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. But again, I like who's coming towards you, not the old one. He'd probably go through mutual friends to still check up on you, or create a fake account to and you know request access to it. So if you want to do that, you can do that. If you want to make it private, that's totally your prerogative, right? So I like it. What are you doing up, Nova? It's 11:13 a.m. here, but you're 3:13 a.m. That's over in you're in Monday morning already, right? Are you a Monday morning? Or are you behind us and it's Sunday morning? Oh, you're in Australia, so you're ahead of us, right? Yeah, I think so. Yep. Yep, Monday morning. Happy Monday. All right. Thank you again, Brenda, for your donation. I appreciate that. And then Nova, Supernova, you are up. Thank you for your donation. And thank you for being up here with us bright and early. So let's take a look here. You like messages and advice from Spirit on what you need to know right now. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. And then, oh, okay. And the bottom card is what is unseen. We'll take a look at that. Okay. All right. I want to see what's unseen. Oh, okay. So you've got two cards, and then one card here. And you have the High Priestess and the Five of Water. And I like the combination of cards here because I feel like what you need to know right now is to journal as much as you can about your pain that you've had in the past and how you've gotten it to joy. It's like these are going to be the source of lyrics for songs because we've got the high priestess who connects to the spirit world, also steps back behind the veil and dives deep into their emotions, right? Into this watery place here, the five of waters, The realm of the three spilt cups. Ooh, that might be a name of a song, right? The realm of the three spilt cups. Because there is this, the three cups are lower vibrational, and that we have permission. We come here to experience them. And I feel like that might be important to share with your listeners is that there's nothing wrong. All emotions are real. All emotions are valid. No emotion is wrong, type of things, and because we have the realm of the three spilt cups, and then we have the power of choice, of emotional choice that comes up here behind it, which allows us to choose what emotion we want. So the empowerment that comes in here, I feel, is such the important message that is such a part of what you're going to be sharing, because then you also have these two together, which shows the tower where things are ripped out of your life, and to make space for the new, to open our pathway. And the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, that the one who steps into it and determines what they're going to do. Am I going to look at this situation as it's happening to me, and I want to dive into the three cups, I want to spill a cup, or am I going to choose that it's for me and see the brightness that's on the other side of it? Am I going to ignite, you know, the flame within me to see the truth of what is happening, right? So I like these types of things, like they're how you, it's like you're understanding your, how you got to where you are today, with how strong you are. And sometimes we work backwards. Like, I know, like, in this situation, I'm strong because of this and this and this. So you can start with this and this and this, and show how you moved up to a higher place. So I like both of those there. And then, of course, you've got the 3 spilt cups, and then you have the 3 cups of joy, right? So you can come up with something like there's the battle of the cups, right? The 3 spilt cups and the 3 cups of joy, which represents your spiritual entourage, the spirit world. It's joy and celebration, but it's a special card between spirit and me that represents them, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, leprechauns, all those beings of unconditional love and light, that whatever we believe they are, they're surrounding you. You have a multitude of individuals supporting you in this. And so the what's hidden is like they're like saying yeah, they're just, it's a multitude. If you could picture in your head, I mean, it's like being at a concert almost, which is amazing. Um, but what they show me in my mind's eye, and I connect to my spirit guides and I meditate, and is like I'm in the middle, and there's like this gap. It's like I'm in the middle of a crowd, but they have space around me. And then I have my immediate spirit guides and the people that are influencing me right now, but there's people behind them, and then it's just a crowd that just goes, and it goes as far as my eyes can comprehend. And it's just amazing because we don't realize how many quadrillion, bazillion, endless souls there are, and we have so many that we've interacted with that want to be there and supporting us and watching our lives. It is crazily beautiful, and it's almost in comparison to the bright light that you see in a distance too, which is the creator also being there. There's like this bright light that it almost, it's like it, you realize it's bright out there because they're the highest vibrational energy, but it's almost like there's a shield to dim it so that we don't get absorbed back into it, because we are a part of it. But our vibration vibrates lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. If you check out my Take 10 with Zen, the first one about dimensions, it's really cool if you want to uh, understand that vibrational thing a little differently, but it's beautiful. And you are supported, and they are there to support you, so you can ask for help too. They're like, it's hidden, and they're like, come on, we want to help, we want to help. So if you need anything, we're here. It's kind of like a lot of times you'll see repeating numbers, you'll get synchronicities all over the place because spirit is behind us, and we forget that they're there, and we get all involved in trying to do it all ourselves, and they'll do a little and you're like, oh, that's right, that's how they get our attention. They don't impose themselves on us, they just send us a little reminder, or like, you know tickle your ear, hey, wet, or give you a wet willy, well, hey, okay, that's right, you're there. So they're very much wanting to make sure that they're there. So I like it. And so that's what they want you to know right now. So I love this recording these things, allowing yourself to see that they were with you all along. And I love this creativity that's just bubbling up and ready to, because the three of cups, of course, is the number of creativity and birth. So I like it. So that is what they have for you, Supernova. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and I can't wait to see what these songs end up being. I'm excited. All right. So I think those are my donations for now. So we will scroll on up, and we are starting with Dijona for the first free reading. Hey, Dijona. Thank you again for all your support, and I look forward to doing your reading. So, whatever comes out, let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now in this moment. See if they're going to give you a preview of your reading. They're like, to be continued. Let me just shuffle these up here. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Here we go. Yeah. So we do have here, this is I feel like you've been getting this message of things have been holding, things have been progressing, and then I feel like lately you've been getting this like the wait is over, things are about to move. And here it is, patience, the temperance card, which is two cups going back and forth, a very alchemical, like an alchemist who starts off with lead and slowly is magically turning it to gold. Well, I like it. It's been going along and you're seeing it start to turn to gold, and some stuff that's been happening while you've been in this holding pattern has allowed you here with the three of wands to go a different direction, that you're choosing to go a different direction. You have new information, and it's like they're showing me with that boat there. It's funny because they're showing that you're being held up at the dock, and you're like, well, that's my boat. And they're like, well, just wait a minute. But you're like, but that's my boat, it's about to leave without me. And they're like, just wait a minute. And you're like, okay, I trust you. And the boat starts pulling away, and you're like, my boat's leaving. And they're like, we know. And then the boat sinks, and you're like, oh. And they're like, why don't you try that boat? And you're like, okay, I think that's a good idea. I feel like you've learned some stuff of like, oh, there's some sinking ships out there, and I don't want to be on those. I'm going to choose something different for me, because all those aren't where I want to go. So I like this for you. There's this wonderful energy of trust the choices you're making, trust the delays, trust what you learned during the delays. So I like it. So that's what they have for you right now, Dijona. So many blessings to you. All right. And Keel, you want to know, did your unconscious mind let go the feeling of abandonment, betrayal, not trusting coming from the past and present lives? All right. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. All right. I feel like the feelings of abandonment, betrayal, not trusting have been moving. There's feels like there's some expectations and some thoughts and beliefs here because we've got the air, which is the sword suit. The Queen of Swords is balancing of heart and mind. So I feel like the feelings are being dealt with. And now it's almost like kind of going back and forth. It's like we go over and work on feelings and release some feelings and like, okay, let me go over here and I'm going to change some thoughts and some habits around thinking. Okay, let me go back over here and I'm dumping some more feelings. Then I'm going over and releasing thoughts around it. And I feel like there's going back and forth because you've got that's the balancing of the queen. She, of course, rules over the sword suit with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is the heart, which is emotion. That's where the balancing comes in. And then the seven of air, seven of swords, is generally the deceit, the betrayal, or you know, stealing, things that have stolen from us. And the Seven of Swords is this awareness of what of my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have deceived me, have betrayed me, have stolen from me, and how have they been reflected in the outside world? And where are the emotions that came from that did that? So I feel like the abandonment, I feel, is done. I feel like you've done a lot of transformation in that. But I feel like betrayal and some of that trust, not trusting, might still be there. I feel like they're two separate things, and so the abandonment I feel is kind of laid to rest. But I feel like betrayal might still just need a little bit of awareness, and maybe I'm feeling like the abandonment, betrayal, not trusting, you did work like on one person or two people, but I feel like there was other betrayal and other mistrust from other sources. So maybe look into that there. And maybe it is from a past life, but no, it feels like this lifetime. Um, so there might have just been another source of it. So I feel like he did the big source, but it's like, well, there's still a little leak. It's like the big leak has been fixed, but there's still like some water dripping, and it's like, yeah, there's still something to look at there. So, you know, it's a journey. It's wonderful, and uh, sometimes we rush to like, well, I've got to get to this point to get all this stuff taken care of, but that's our human side, that's our ego side, feeling like it has to be perfect, it has to fix this, and it's like, well, no, it's an amusement park full of fear rides. There's always something to do. And so if we're rushing to put a lot of pressure on us, you don't have to do that. Just allow yourself, trust your inner child and your shadow and your higher self and your spiritual posse. They will all bring things up for us, but we can rest and have fun too. So have fun, make sure you're having fun. I feels like a message for you too. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, and Anya Ahuya, you are up next. Let me take a sip here. Excuse me. Little frog that leaped. All right. So let's take a look here, Anya. What is this J, this Aquarius's next actions here? So I feel like it's they're bringing you wonderful smorgasbord of events. Here, there's this passion. The Four of Wands is joy, celebration. They want to invite you somewhere and to do things and to have this adventure. But the Three of Swords also says it's a disappointment. Aquarius likes to do quirky, awkward, different things, the unexpected. So they're like, "Hey, are you ready? We're gonna have a blast today." and I'm going to take you somewhere, and you're like, what should I dress up as? Are we going to the opera, or are we going out to eat, or how should I dress? And they're like, dress comfortable, and you're like, oh, we're not going to go like somewhere nice. We're not going to, and you might have these ideas of how you want it to go, but they're going to go take you to, they're showing me like a demolition derby, where cars, it's all outside and there's all these cars and you have hot dogs for your dinner and, you're just like unexpected, right? It's fun, it's different, but it may not be what you're wanting, is what I feel is coming through. So just be prepared for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. All right. So that's what's coming in for you there, Anya. And then Luna Ray, hello, hello. Thank you for liking, and that's always a great reminder. Thank you for doing that. I don't tell you guys enough just how grateful I am. When you give the video a thumbs up, it does tell YouTube that um, people enjoyed the channel and the videos, and it'll automatically have them share my videos with other people too as recommended videos. So it's something that you can do for free. It tells me that you guys are enjoying them. And then it also tells YouTube that you are. And so you can be part of the love tsunami. So thanks for being part of spreading the Zen love. All right. So, Luna Ray, is the reunion close for Terry and you? Let's take a look here. All right. No information. They're not giving me anything. So, nothing today. We can try tomorrow. I'm just kidding. We're going to shuffle them up. And let's just give it some more refreshing energy here. Okay. So, let me focus. Okay. There we go. They're like, bruddaZEN, bring your satellite back. I don't know where I was going. Oh, wow. Well, okay. But here we go. I think so. It is getting close here, Luna, because you've got the Lover's card here, which is kind of self-explanatory, I would say, and the King of Fire, the King of Wand, which is action, passion, movement. So the reunion is going to be passion, not necessarily, well, we've got the Lovers here, which is all about an important relationship, important partnership, and love, in between. So we definitely have that here. But I don't, it's a reunion, um, but I don't feel like permanency, like for the rest of your life type of energy yet. I feel like, with this cards coming in here, it's almost like they're just like they're enjoy the moment, enjoy for what it is, because I feel like they're talking about a caged lion with that lion there, and it's because it's like it's so peaceful. But if you try to put that lion in a cage, there's going to be a lot of hissing and a lot of noise, right? And I feel like the reunion comes. And this doesn't really necessarily have to do with anything you did. They had all these preconceived thoughts and beliefs and mindsets from the past that made them feel caged. That they had them even before they met you. So it wasn't anything that you did. It was just there, but they probably blamed you and everyone else. Why are you trying to restrict me? Why are you trying to control me? Why are you trying to change me? Blah 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 blah. And so, right, or whatever the thing that caused this riff or this separation, when it comes back, it's like I'm not gonna put any expectations around it to have the cage reflected anywhere. You can just enjoy it for what it is and enjoy the adventure with that, if that makes sense. But I like it. It does feel very close. So um get ready. Buckle up. Here we go. But that's what's coming in, Luna. So many blessings to you. All right. And double, triple, quadruple X, you are up next. So you want to know what is new that is coming your way. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, we like that. Let's see what else we've got here. All right. Wow. Look at this. We got the 8 and the 9 of water. So you do have here the 8 of water, the 8 of cups, 9 of cups. 8 of cups is about leaving behind emotions and individuals, perhaps, who no longer serve your path. You experienced what you needed to experience. The emotions provided you what you wanted, but now there's this leaving behind, the sifting through of, they're showing me here because the ship is arriving and you're going to board it, and you know, you're looking here of what I want to keep and what I don't, and because I don't want to take everything with me on the ship for where I'm going, which is you move in from the 8 of cups to the 9 of cups. You're moving to wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment, right? And there is the sorting of what does this mean? What am I leaving behind and not taking here? So there's some clarity around what does feeling emotional fulfillment mean? What would a dream come true be regarding love for yourself, right? And there's this sifting, the shifting. It's like, nope, I don't want that. Yep, that I do want. Nope, don't want that. And you're realizing what was of other people saying, well, you should take this. And while you're now they're showing me like at an airport where your luggage is too heavy and you have to take things out of it. They're like, what do you want to leave behind? Well, this person told me I need to take 3 big books to read. And you're like, I don't want to read. Psh, there go those books, right? And then this and that, and the things that you're realizing were opinion that were given to you and that were not you, and you're chunking them. So I feel like that's what's coming up here is this sifting, this getting rid of stuff out of your luggage so that it's not too heavy to carry on your journey. So I like it. I like it for you. And that's what they have coming in right now. So there we go. Hey, my blessings. And for anyone new that has come in too, um, you don't have to ask a question. You can just ask for a general reading, or you can put your question in the chat. For the free readings, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. So you can just put your question or general reading guidance. Spirit knows what you want. If you want it prioritized, donation of any kind, you guys can do that too. And you can use the super chat at the bottom or any of the stuff that's in the pinned comment or description box of the video, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And there's no set dollar amount, whatever you guys are able to give. I honor that. So that is the skinny on that for anyone new that has come in. And we will continue with the free readings here. So, Marie Jones, you are up next. Hello. So, will your son get his own apartment in August? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. Yeah. I do hear you got the Page of Water, which this feels new emotion, new happiness, newness. So, this would be a positive card coming in, and the 4 of Swords, peace of mind. So you get your peace of mind back. Yay. And we have the 6 of Water, which is nostalgia, which is, the child here. So, this definitely is telling me that they do, but enjoy the time you have with them while you have them too. Um, because you just never know how you'll be like, oh, I miss spending a lot of time with them. Now I hardly see him. Or you might be like, goodbye. But I do see a positive outcome with that there. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And Johanna, hello, hello. You are up next here for the next free reading. You're welcome, Marie. I do have a donation, so I'm going to complete that first, and then I shall return. So thank you so much, Sukanya. I appreciate your donation. And if you haven't popped your question down below yet, Go ahead, and I know you're probably doing that right now. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. And so you want to know the current feelings of Sharuk towards you. So let's take a look and see what their energy looks like today. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Well, I like that. Wow. All right. Let's see. See if there's anything else here. Feeling a little snoopy today. I know. When am I not? Ha ha ha. You're so funny. Ha ha ha. Okay. So I like this, So the current feelings, there is this pause. They are seeing things from a different perspective. They're kind of in this transformation. But we have the star card here, which is dreams come true, a wish upon a star. So I feel like they have these thoughts, they have these feelings of like, wow, they can see like you're so much of like this of a dream come true. I know it feels a bit, blah, that's a little bit much, but no, they really feel that. But I kind of feel like they feel it in an Aquarian way. This is star card is like Aquarian energy, and so they're air signs. I'm an Aquarian sun, so that's why they were like, it would be like you, where you're like, oh, so a dream come true. I have my little list of this is what a dream is. And they're like, look, you're matching up to so much the things on my list. That's the feeling that I'm getting from them with that. But I like this even better because Aquarians, that energy, we still feel. So there is this energy of, love. They see you as this. And I love the combination of the six major arcana and the six of cups. Six of cups is a balanced emotion, three cups on each side. And there is this wonderful energy of, it's like, I get the six of cups quite a bit these days. And um, it could represent like someone from our childhood coming back or someone from our past coming back. But the energies of this age that we're in here, the Aquarian age, we're into the age of Aquarius, is this heightened, our vibration is moving up where it's activating these old, it's like from past life memories, past life connections, and people that are coming into our lives. There's so much of this past life, um, I don't know, gathering. It feels like there's this all this stuff that's coming, like old. It's like tying up loose ends. I don't know why that like it's like that, but it's like they're coming together and we're having these completions, and so a lot of us are feeling like we're meeting best friends that we haven't seen in a long time, which it's like otherworldly. And so there's this type of emotion that's bubbling up, and they may not be aware of it as you are. Because I don't know if they've really worked on their, you know, higher connection yet, which may be why they are, this is the connecting and seeing things from a higher perspective, and the star card can also be connecting to their higher selves. So I feel like they're getting more and more aware of that special connection that's there. So I like it. Um, they definitely have these emotions. They definitely have this stuff. I feel like they're in the process though of leaving some stuff behind, right? Because we've got the Eight of Cups, which is them leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, people that no longer serve. And I feel like it has to do with some of the Five of Pentacles, which are these feelings of feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind, and also, lacking, which goes back to their childhood. But they've got this wonderful energy here, and there's this movement that's happening, and I like it. So things are moving along, things are flowing, but and we definitely want them to leave those things behind, and not bring those in. you know um, So that's good. It's worth the wait, is really what I'm saying there. So hopefully that makes sense there, Sukanya. And that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Just put the cards back in here. And then Supernova, thank you for your additional donation there. And I don't think you asked a second question yet. So as soon as you pop that down there, we will jump to there. But for the sake of time, I am going to jump to the last free reading, and I'll continue to check. So, Johanna, you want to know if there's anything that you've done, anything that you've done right lately, and what is something that you could do more less of? Oh, okay, let's take a look here. There is no wrong, so everything is right. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about what is like a positive thing that's been helping you for your highest experience, because there's no right or wrong or should. There's just different choices with different results. And so I feel like you're wanting to know, what am I doing? Have I done anything that helps me have a higher experience? And what's something that I can maybe do less of that helps me have a higher experience? So that's what we're digging in here for you. All right. All right. Okay. Well, it's kind of the same thing, which we'll just bring these up together. Because every moment we're making a choice here. And so the things that there's times where you've closed your eyes and opened your heart and connected to your higher self, and you're finding and focusing on your self-love, and you're finding your inner strength. The more you connect with your higher self, realizing that the outside world will not fill us up, it will not give us what we're looking for. It's the more inward and upward, the more full we feel, and then we fill up and overflow, and we see the world change from a place of lack to a place of abundance. And so you've done those things. You've had experiences where you've chosen that in situations where you closed your eyes, got out of your head and into your heart, and had some great things happen, right? On the other side, the thing we can do less of is focus less on our fears. The Nine of Swords is all about getting into our head, and it's all about, the supposes and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and all of those kind of things that come in there. And it's like, no, we don't have to have that anymore if you don't want. So this brings your vibration lower. This brings your love vibration higher. So I like that they're telling you though that there's no right or wrong um, when we are judging ourselves and being harsh on ourselves, saying that, well, I should be doing this. I'm supposed to do this. I have to do this. That's a lot of fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love, fear of what people will think, right? And that's fear. That's the lower vibrational. That's the nightmare insomnia card. But when we close our eyes and open our heart and connect to the higher realms and see things from that perspective, unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude, we see life differently and we draw in different experiences, not better or wrong, but different. And if we replace the better and good and bad and right and wrong with just higher vibration, lower vibration, different experiences, then we, instead of feeling like we have to kill off our shadow, kill off our ego, kill off our inner children, uh, we come together. That's what the strength card is. The lion is like our human side, and the maiden is our higher self. And the higher self, the maiden, doesn't try to kill off the lion because it knows what the lion is searching for is unconditional love of back home. And our higher self is made of unconditional love. So instead of it trying to kill it, it completes it. It gives it what it's searching for, and they walk hand in paw through life together and looking at life differently. So I like that message for you. Hopefully that helps for you, Johanna, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings and new love. You'll be the next free reading coming up. All right. And Ah, there we go. Thank you. I was like, "Well, you did post something." And then you went just teased me and went, "Here it is. Aha, no, it's not." All right. So, Nova, let's take a look here. You're welcome, Johanna. Messages to help you understand your own creative process when creating songs. Yeah, they know what you're looking for here is understanding how you could go about creating songs or what they want you to know about how you go through creating songs. Let's take a look here. There's no drugs involved. But a bunch. They're funny. Well, here we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is great. I'm just gonna So I like that we start off with the Empress, the card of creativity, that comes in here. So I do like that. Was there a card? I thought there was a card of creativity. Yes. I'm gonna pull a card here, um, from this psychic, tarot because when I was shuffling, that card came out earlier, and I knew, of course, they were like, "You're gonna need to know that later." And I'm like, "The Empress card?" They're like, "Yep." I'm like, "Creativity? Yep." Well, here we go. So that makes sense. So here we've got the Empress and fertility and the heart center, of course, the green heart center here. But the Empress is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, getting out into nature, connecting with your sensuality, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to the mother within you, the mother energy of the upper and the lower realm is important here. And let's see what they bring in here with this one here. Yeah. So through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You're the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. So be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. It's like treating your songs like like your children. They are your what you are bringing into this world. You're birthing them, and so having that type of energy of that, you are a mother of song. Wow, I love that. Supernova, mother of song. Here they come. Here they are being birthed. Right. It says, "Open yourself to the life force of the universe." This card also represents femininity and Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out, and she wants to embrace you on her seashores, her mountains, her forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up the heavens, the earth, plants and animals, and the mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. As you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. No, never. Act from the loving space of your heart center. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. So I like that. Part of your creative process, I feel, is getting away from all the chaos and getting out into nature, right? Uh You always get the Empress card. It is the mothering. That's why it's like you're the mother of song. So that's why it keeps coming in there and connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to the mother energy is wonderful. Getting away, the nine of air is the fears. So stepping out of the fears, because this is what um, cuts off creativity. I think we talked about that before, where when we're in our fear mind, we're cut off from the higher world, and it's a little 2-year-old and a cat that are giving you your ideas. I don't think they're going to be very, well received throughout the entire world. Maybe among 2-year-olds and cats, but there's not a big population of that. So I like that there. Um, but I feel like it is this journey that that you do. So, like getting out into nature, getting away from the chaos helps you get away from your fears, which allows you to connect to your creativity, right? And then you have the 8 of cups. So going with the flow of emotion, going with the flow of the outside world. So, there's this, even you have the 8 of earth being all about music, but this is about doing the work, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, allowing yourself to leave behind emotions and people that don't serve you. This allows you to move towards your dream come true, your emotional dreams, right? So we've got those in there, and and it's like there's this stepping into your power here with the chariot, because the 7 of air, this is like being aware of what steals from you, what deceives you, and again being aware of people who are deceivers, but realizing here that you are the one that gets to choose what story, what emotion, what energy, and what actions you take. It's the 4 suits of the tarot, you know. Um, Swords is the mind, and the cups are the emotion, and wands are our energy, our intentions we put forward, and pentacles are our actions. You rule over each one of those. No one else does. So stepping into your power, stepping out into nature, away from the chaos, away from the fears, I feel is I feel like the things that make you bring calm, and that's the stuff that you do. You get yourself in this space of calm, feeling nurtured, and then you get into this energy of mother. You get into this energy of mother of song and creating and birthing song. And there's this, it's your heart center. So, like it showed here, if you, anything you can do to connect to your heart chakra, balancing your heart chakra, maybe even you create music that helps balance the heart chakra. But whatever this is, it is about birthing all that. So, I like it, Supernova, and that's what they have for you. So hopefully that is a little helps bring a little guidance there for you with that. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I know, right? Boom, 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 boom. I feel like messages are maybe it's the Leo energy. I don't know. There's something that just feels like the energy. We're in Venus retrograde, and then today we just went into Chiron, the retrograde, which is the wounded warrior. It's the centaur who couldn't heal themselves, but they could help heal everyone else. So there's this wonderful energy of our Chiron wherever it exists in our birth charts too. But that is for another day. All right. And so that's what we have there. And so we're back to new love. Hello, hello. And so you almost never feel good or comfortable in others' company. Is it because you're an introvert, or is it that you need to work on yourself? All right. I'll try to keep my mind out of this. I am a huge introvert. So I'm all like, oh, that's an introvert. It's okay. You don't have to be comfortable around people. And it's not about being comfortable or not around people. Introversion is actually introvert, extrovert is how we get our energy. There's people that get energized and their battery full by being around people, and there's other people that need time alone to re-energize, and that's okay. It's just how we are wired, right? And the page of water here, the page of cups, tells me that you are the reason why you feel um, uncomfortable around individuals is because you are you have huge empathic abilities. You have been feeling people's emotions since you were in the womb. You think it's normal the amount of feelings you feel and pick up from people, and sometimes you don't even realize you're picking up everyone's emotions around you. And so there is ways to create buffers around you, and it makes sense why you want to be alone, because you do need to recharge, because when you're around so much emotion, your emotional battery runs down, right? So there are things here. I mean, it's not that you have to work on yourself, like I'm, socially awkward or blah, 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 anything like that. What you can do to help with all of that, because there is you feel people's heartache, you feel a lot of people's lower vibrational energies. I feel like, um, this is what really impacts you and triggers and draws things down. So I'll give you a quick, and I probably, um, some might be a good subject for like a take 10 with Zen too, where, because I know we a lot of empaths, you know, that come in and seek readings. So, one of the big things is we can create a barrier around us, not to where we cut everyone out and we don't feel anything, but it keeps emotions that are not ours in like a kind of like a jello mold is how I picture it in my head. I'm like this huge jello mold that's all around me, and people's emotions that used to get on me and I would take them on as my own, where I'd almost cry in a restaurant because I was picking up everyone's sadness and then people's anger and their pain, and it's overwhelming, right? But when we can create this little jello mold, even lime jello mold, or whatever, with marshmallows in it, whatever you want it to be, you create the energy field around you that other people's emotions go they get stuck. You can still touch them, you can still see them, you can still access them, but you don't take them on as your own, right? So that's one step that you can do is, how can I build this energy field around me? What do I want it to look like, right? And you make it your own. So whatever helps with this intentional energy retaining field that you put out there, that's a good step. Then you realize the things that we can do is realize, when I experience other people's emotions, if I'm being triggered, there's something that I could look inside of me that has a fear that's triggering. If this gets rid of a lot of things, that usually helps with that. But we also have our own shadow, subconscious things that are popping up. If I feel someone who's like, oh, they're feeling betrayed, and I have betrayal bouncing around under here, they're like, me too, hey. The little inner child's going, I know, and we haven't talked about this, we should really talk about this. You're like, it's okay, we don't need to talk about it today. But then it keeps popping up. We're like, okay. I usually look at it as like a little inner child going, hey, 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 what? you know so there's that energy there. So those are two things to be aware of, that we can look into those if they keep coming up, but we differentiate what's other people's and what is ours. The last thing that I want to mention, and I feel like I'm going into this for more than just you and me, so it's okay that we're taking a little extra time here, um because one of the things that being an empath, that sometimes we feel like it's a curse, is because we don't know the huge part of being an empath that is the true gift. Feeling other people's emotions is it's like it would be like, I can know the future, but I can't change it. Why would I get that gift? It feels like a curse. That's why we feel like feeling people's emotions is like a curse. But what it is feeling other people's emotions is just awareness for us. But our true power is that we can push out emotion out of us. We can send out like a electronic emotional pulse that pushes things out. Now we can't change other people's emotions because everyone's choice of how they're feeling is their own. That's our power, everyone's power. I get to choose what emotion I want to feel. That's another a whole nother thing. But just trust that we all choose our own emotions, and we can make it easier or harder for people to choose unconditional love, like higher vibration or lower vibration, but we can't make them choose. We just can make it harder or easier, and that's what we can do as empaths. We can walk into a room that's bubbling up, and if we're in a bad mood, we can bring down that energy and make it easier for other people to be all pissy and have a sad Z type of day. When we're aware of our power, we kind of uh, look at that responsibility, of like, what am I consciously putting out or subconsciously? But we also can walk into a room that's down, people that are sad, people that's going on, and our energy can help transmute and alter the energy of the room where it makes it easier for people to choose unconditional love and higher vibration as well. So hopefully that brings some um, answers, some guidance, and some exciting new things that you want to go try and dig into. But that's what they have for you, new love. So uh, and whoever else that was for, because I feel like it was for more than just you and me. But that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right. All right. Very good. I'm very glad, Nova. All right. So, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much for your donation. And then LA, you will be up after that for the next free reading. So thank you. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Appreciate your donation here. And let's dive in. Happy Sunday to you too. I'm just going to take a please don't read out loud. Okay. I I don't think I've read any out loud lately. If I have, my apologies. We'll keep it on the down low, the DL. All right. So you've got 3 questions. So question el numero uno. Okay. So before the B day, let's take a look here. There is possibility of that for sure. I see here we've got the 2 of swords, um, which tells us close our eyes and open our hearts, which you've got here's the brain of with the fears of feeling like, "No," the thoughts and beliefs that have stolen opportunities and deceived in the past and treacherous, traitorous thoughts. So we if we do this, then that might just keep it from going there, right? But we've got the 4 of cups here, which is peace, like emotional stability. So if you close your eyes and open your heart, then that's where you trust and you're connecting to those higher loves, and then that does happen. If you choose to focus on fears, that's what slows things down, and it wouldn't be before then, it would be afterwards. So just realizing what energies and thoughts and everything you have around it are but there's definitely the range of it happening is before and after your birthday. So depending on what energy you focus on is what brings it into those, right? Yeah. Very good. And then number 2, all right, let's take a look here. All right. Sorry, I'm just putting these in order here. So we've got the first part of it, like what will it be like? Well, we've got it being you, being true to the authentic you. So very unique, and I feel like it's you um alone, because I feel like this is not you not trying to be what everyone else is wanting you to be or having things how everyone else wants. It's like, what do you want? And it's like, yeah, I feel like you're just wanting it to be you, unique to you. And so I feel like there's this you need to be mobile, you need to be able to move, you need to be able to change, you need to be able to do things that are you and not worry about other people. So if that makes sense, I feel like it's living alone um so that you can move things fast, if that makes sense. um Before the timing of it here, again, we've got the balancing of heart and mind coming in here with the king of water. We've got the 8 of swords, which is, we got the 8 and 9 here. There's, here's the fears, you know, all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must, all of that this card is saying, like, no, we don't want any of that stuff. It's you being free from these. So the 8 is about you being aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, that used to make you feel blinded and bound and trapped. So that makes sense that, the fears of letting people down, the fears of, disappointing. The 3 of Pentacles is all about not worrying about it, not, releasing yourself from feeling like you're going to disappoint people, or people are going to get mad, or people are going to pull back their support from you. So that's what I feel with that. I feel like it can be before EOY. um, but it takes this. Yeah, it takes you getting past this. There's a lot of fears. You have the 7, the 8, and the 9 so far. So there's a lot of fears that are in there, which is normal for all of us humans. We're inundated with them all our lives from when we're very young about the supposed to be and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. And we're taught to fear, being rejected by our tribe, by what will people think, and there's so much. And there's release of these things is um, uh, the true release of it comes where it uh, doesn't bother us anymore, right? Because you have courage, you have the courage to do things. Because courage isn't about no fear, courage is fearing it and doing things anyway. But this is about releasing fears, getting to the root of the fears, if that makes sense. So, well, spirit knows what you were meaning. So that's the most important thing. I'm just the radio station. You put in the request for the song, and they're playing the song through my mouth. It's like, getting a molar or something. I don't know. All right. And then number 3. Ah, right. What a birthday present to yourself. Woohoo! Let's see what else they have here. All right. Oh, well, so there's going to be emotion that comes up, and this is not like anger, 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 blah, blah, blah. It's, just like, "Oh, no," kind of emotion. Uh, and here you are, because 'cause you're a Leo, right? So it's like, "Oh, here you go, roaring again." No, but they see that your inner strength, they see your fire, they see, that again, the courage, the strength that you're, willing to move forward, and they see the 4 of Pentacles, that you're looking for the stability, you're looking for these things, coming in here. Um, yeah. Well, when you look at like, "Oh, no," it's you have to balance that out with who it is, right? Because some people are like, "Oh, no, what am I gonna do?" Not like, "Oh, no, I'm gonna miss you." It's like, "Oh, no, I have more work to do now. I have to find somebody to replace you now. Oh, no," But we do see this here with the 4, they understand, the need to do what you wanna do, and, you got the 4 pentacles here, um, so they see that you're wanting the stability, and where you're. To head, so, they get it, um, um, but I feel like I feel like they're just, you know, it's solid. They've got their inner strength. They've got the 4 pentacles for themselves too. That's the same energy for them too. And I just don't feel like it's more about them. um, I don't know. I keep getting this feeling that they're downsizing. Like, there's all these plans, like, future plans of downsizing, and they're trying to figure out ways, and I feel like with you, it's like I almost feel like they will eliminate a position, and they will split out your responsibilities, and uh, it's like it was coming, and they're just like, "Okay, well, here we go. I gotta do it now." I wanted to do it later, maybe a month later, maybe after they used you on the trips, but then they're just like, "Okay, well," and maybe that's like, "Oh, this is gonna be more work for me," because I feel like they're gonna take on some of the duties. They're gonna split it out among others too, but I don't feel like they were gonna replace. I feel like they were just eliminating positions. So, that's what happens. They start getting rid of different supportive types of things. Oh no. Well, you can, you know, if you like the guilt feeling, enjoy it, But when you're done with it, you don't have to. So I like it. All right. And then I do want to do your other 2 yes or no questions, because I don't have any other donations. So you donated. So I do prioritize that. I thank you for your donations. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. All right. So question number one. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll take a look here and see what they have here. Anything else? Okay. I just want to. Okay. Um, so I feel for your first question, since you mentioned 2 people, I got 2 cards. For the friend themselves, feel like they're towards the end because we got the 10 of wands, which is a lot of energy being invested in its endings and new beginnings. So I feel like there's an ending um, coming with uh, the friend, and then you mentioned their spouse. We've got the Chariot card here, which is about movement and victory, though, and I feel like they are okay. for now. I feel like they will be for a while. I just feel like there's movement and victory and choices being made that are victorious here. This one I feel is like a burden. I feel like, they're about to, step on to the next, you know, oh, yeah, spending onto their next thing. So I think maybe I almost feel like I don't know if they're like on life support or um like in hospice or assisted living or something where they don't have access to a whole lot of those things, but um trust me, they're ready. It's like when uh you've had a good life and you're just like things are hurting, it just takes so much energy. It's like we're ready to go on to the next adventure. So, you know, it's normal. It happens to us all. We all board that plane to the tropical islands for our to go back on to vacation. Um, so we have that there. Yeah, that might be a good idea because I don't know if they have access to all of that. Excuse me. Yeah. So, and it's also like they were showing me like someone who's pregnant. Whenever I've had friends who've had their first babies, I know I've known a lot of my friends who have had children. And so I always pass on the wisdom. I go, "Don't be scared." I go, "Once you get to, like, month 7 and 8, you're gonna be going like, 'Get this baby out of me, I don't care,' because you run out of space and room, and it's so uncomfortable. You're ready just for the change to happen and, for the birthing. Same thing as with death and moving to the other side. We get to a point where we're just like, I've had a good life. I'm ready. Whenever I'm ready, I'm ready. Anyone want to switch out? I'll go early. You can stay later. But so that's what's coming through. And then your last question here. Okay, let's take a look here. We got the justice card here, which feels to me like a yes, because there's this balancing here. They're seeing things from a higher perspective. And I feel like they're allowing some things to be seen, some things to, balance in your favor. It's like I feel like they know you possibly, and so when they're making the decisions and they're like, "Well, I don't know, blah blah blah," and they're like, "Well, just so you know, they also know this, and this is other stuff that they do." They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, well, let's do her then." It's like it feels like they know the little nuggets that help it balance in your way, and not like lying or anything, but truly, they're saying, "No, no," because I feel like they'd be good because they do this and they've done this and I've seen this and look here. I don't know if like you even connected on social media or something. They're like, See what she's done." It's like, "Oh wow, okay." So I feel like that's a yes, and of course with extra added. All right, so that is what they have for you, love 1 2 3 4. So thank you again for your donations and your sense of humor. Much love to you. All right, Courtney Cooper, thank you so much for your donation. Very good. I think that's great. Great idea there. All right, so Courtney, can you trust M with your heart? No, we can't trust humans with our heart. They just drop it. Butterfingers. Let's take a look here. So we've got the Page of Air, which is, of course, Page of Swords, and we've got the Eight of Swords. This is all about our fears and the facing of our fears. And we've got the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But things don't always turn out the way that we think they are. Like the fruit tree we plant ends up being a kumquat tree, and we wanted an orange tree. We're like, what happened? It's because we're filled with a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets here. Um, you know, I know really the at the core you're wondering, am I gonna be hurt by someone, right? That's why we ask that question, right? And Spirit is saying here that as long as we have expectations and fears, we're gonna feel disappointment. Because when we, with the aid of air, this is realizing what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets make us feel blinded and bound and trapped. And expectations, which is what the fears are, these are beliefs, small t truths rooted in fears of losing conditional love, being heartbroken, being betrayed, being, all those delicious things that we experience as humans. And the thing about a human, though, is when um, and I feel like the 7 of Earth is like, it's just a matter of time before someone disappoints us because we've got such everyone, everyone has such a long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that were given that, they say, here's the book of rules that says all this has to happen for you to be lovable, acceptable, and non-rejectable. We're like, "All of those?" And they're like, "Yep." But everyone has a different book. Everyone has different things in it, and it's all set up for us to realize that the love and security and stability we're looking for can't be found out there. Because the first moment that a human goes like our inner child feels unsafe and out of control is the first moment that this intelligent, emotional, compassionate, and loving individual gets knocked out of the control room, and there's a little 2-year-old and the cat in there with their pet cat, and they're just hissing, they're trying to do whatever they can to make themselves feel safe and in control, and it's not gonna be intelligent things because that intelligent side of us is knocked out, so we do stupid things, we do unloving things, we do uncompassionate things when we're in fear. That's what the human does. And until we're able to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which are rooted in unconditional love, and we have that love that we're connecting with that's filling us up on the inside. And the outside, they're cutting away those fears, those expectations. We stop looking for to other people to define us, to fulfill our heart because they can't. The outside world will always fall short. It will always be lacking in giving us what we're looking for on the inside because we're looking for unconditional love of back home. The capital, that's the capital T truth. Eternal unconditional love is what our heart is longing for. It's what it's hungry for. And we're told to look in the outside world for it. And, like I said, relationships, even situations, jobs, education, things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, we're all pointed out here our entire lives. That's what this Eight of Swords does. It says, all of this is out here, look for your stability of your worth out here, look for your self worth out there. But that's retail price. Retail price is what we feel we're worth to other people and what people are sharing that we're worth to them. But self-worth comes in from the capital S self. Retail price, it depends on the season, the person. You can be a parka coat in northern Alaska during the winter, and you are sought after and even marked up in price. But you're that same parka coat on a tropical island on the equator during the summer. You don't even make it to the clearance rack. You don't even make it to the Kmart blue light special. You are sent to Goodwill. You're donated, right? That's the fickleness of the outside world. Is we don't know what we're going to be worth because people change, people walk away, people pass away. Situations like jobs and everything else never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, all that out there. We cannot trust it. We can trust it, but we also get to experience disappointment. And there's nothing wrong with that. We come down here to experience betrayal, being let down, all of that stuff, because we can't feel that back home. But when we realize, oh, I'm just tired of the disappointment, tired of these feelings of lack in the outside world, and it's lacking. We're looking for a 10-course meal inside of our heart with 2 desserts, but all that's out there is, the dessert buffet and offering 3rd dessert and 4th dessert and 5th dessert, which is okay. We just stop needing it because we are filled up on the inside, and we can still want and make more room for dessert. We can always make more room for dessert, but we don't look at for it for fulfillment. We see it for what it is, above and beyond extra. So hopefully, I know we went really deep today in that, but that's what they want to bring forward here, just to let you know that um, there's no trustworthy human that we can trust our heart with 100% of the time, because eventually they're human. They're going to let us down and they're going to disappoint us. And so, how much you trust someone, how much disappointment you're going to have, right? So hopefully that helps, Courtney. I know that probably wasn't the exact thing that I just wanted a yes or a no, but it's so much more deeper than that. So hopefully that helps free a whole bunch of things for you too. You're very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. All right. Lisa Sarkar, you are up next for the next donation. And let me see here if you asked a question. Oh, there you go. So, will your social media page, which you use for helping others, gain more deserving recognition? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Let me see here, Alexis. I'm not sure. Did I get that far? No, I'm about probably 5 free readings away from you, Alexis. So I haven't gotten to you yet. And I have a couple of donations yet here too. All right. So, Lisa, what is happening here? This wonderful unfolding freedom that's coming here for you. You're like, yay. So, the temptation card, the devil card, the shadow card, and swords, this is all about thought and belief and mindset. And that what's happening now, like with this belief that your media page isn't getting the recognition it deserves, is a mirror here. It's reflecting back to here, on purpose for a purpose. Because the devil card, the shadow card here, with the Saturn and Capricorn energy, is the rattler, the shaker of our beliefs, of our supposed tos, our shoulds, our need tos, our have tos, our musts. And the Six of Air is that too. It's leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking. And there's this freedom that comes with this here. So it is showing here, it is coming up to bring up some beliefs that you have around yourself, because what is happening is there's this energy that the recognition my page is getting is reflective of the recognition I deserve. That's what's below the surface. This is what your shadow is bringing up to go, this isn't about my page, this is about me. This is what's really happening, right? And we see here with the 5 of Earth, the 5 of Pentacles is this belief of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, and lack. So there are these below the surface, some energies around lack, some energies around deservedness with this coming in here, because this takes us into the 6 of Pentacles that comes up next with that, and the Tower card, which comes right after. So we've got the devil card that comes in to show us the stuff, the beliefs that are making us feel this way. And the Tower card comes in to help us remove that, to take these things out of our life that no longer serve us, and So, we have this here. You might check out my Take 10 with Zen. I think it's episode 4 and 5 that talk about fate and our influences of the subconscious and the conscious. And it might help. It gives tools in there of allowing things to move forward. It talks about the Six of Pentacles there. That's why um, they're bringing that up. So if you want to check those are free there. Because what happens, I mean, the Six of Pentacles being represented there, you've got the Six of Water, and the Six of Swords, and you have the Six of Cups come in here too, which is all about flow. And as soon as we look at those limiting beliefs, those fears that are below the surface, these are the things that are keeping the abundance, keeping the recognition, keeping these things. It's coming from your energy of, of some worth that's there, that is being brought for you to you, so that you can release it, and these force fields fall down, and then this energy and this abundance and the recognition come in there, which we see here. Full card, yay! Ending of old cycles, beginning of new things. All of those sixes to our flow. And as soon as we look at those things, then this flow is able to come in, and it does change things. So, um, will it? It's up to you, right? If you do that, if you look into those things, then yeah, there's definitely possibilities of this growth and this movement, this expansion, flow, 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 getting bigger and more recognition and more abundance, more love, more will come in a lot of areas of your life. So that's what they have for you, Lisa. So if you but I really feel like if you can check out that Take 10 with Zen, the episode 4 and 5 were about fate and about how to make things, how we can bring things in sooner rather than push things out to come later. So that's what they have there. All right. And thank you again for your donation. And then Cindy, thank you. You are up. Thank you for your donation. You're very welcome, Lisa. So, how does Zoko feel for you? No contact. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with them, Cindy. What is happening? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. They've got a lot of I just want to pull one more card here. So there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of insecurity here, a lot of um like emotional confusion. Yeah. Because the first card that came up is the Seven of Wands, which they kind of see you as someone who stands out, and like it's almost like they want to be the one that stands out, but you just naturally do it. Maybe you're a fire sign, or you have a fire in your chart in significant places, because I feel like people just naturally are drawn to you. It's like you hardly have to try. I feel like people just are like, hey, like if you're at a party, people just you just have this glow about you. They have to try and they don't like it. So I feel like that's kind of the thing of, there's this ego thing that goes on with them here, because we've got the emotional two sevens. We got the Seven of Cups too. They got emotional confusion. They do have a ton of different feelings for you, but they're all intermixed. They've got so many things going on here. And they've got a lot of fears here, fears in themselves here that they're learning about, which is good. We like the flow, but they've got fears that make them feel blind and bounded and trapped and restricted, that keep them, from having this. They're like, why can't I have this? When they got all this stuff going on underneath the surface there. So I feel like, there's emotion there, because again, we've got, let me see here if I can do this. Okay. Because we've got the Justice card, which is them balancing things out, trying to see things differently. They see the joy and this emotional fullness and flow that comes, but they also have the Three of Wands, which makes them want to run in a different direction because they feel they can't compete with you in a way, if that makes sense. So, there is this, I don't know, they just, like I said, they got so much confusion, so many fears that spark. When they're calm and they're not in fear, they realize the fullness and the wholeness and what, they see the draw, they see it all, but then the little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, and they're like, "Well, I wanna be like a two-year-old," right? And so, I feel like they're acting like a two-year-old quite often with these fears that trigger around you, because, again, you're just so awesome. Naturally, in a lot of ways that they feel like they have to try so hard, if that makes sense, to you, Cindy, there. But that's what I feel is coming through here, that the contact is because they feel like they have to run away. "I don't get my way, I'm not gonna play. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home." And I feel like that's kind of their, like, they get pouty, and because their little inner child scared, that's how they feel safe, is by, uh it's like a, I don't wanna say it's a power trip, but it's a way to exert our power. I'm not gonna respond to you. I'm gonna ghost you. I feel empowered now, you know? It's what a two-year-old does, They're like, they go in, they don't, or it's my game, we play by my rules, or I'm taking my game and going home, and you can't play, you know? It's the energy. So, hopefully that makes sense there. They have emotion, but I just feel like they've got some growing up to do. They've got some fears to release. Otherwise, they're gonna keep reverting back to their little inner two-year-old and their hissy pet cat that's always hissing. And, so that's what's coming in, Cindy. So, many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And we are scrolling, scrolling. Oh, we're scrolling back down, back down, back down. So, LA, you are up next. I did see the alarm. So what energy is Stephen going into this week? Okay. And your lawyer is all hopeful to settle, but yesterday said, he was in a bad mood last week. We'll see what's changing there. But we also said that the energy had to do with your energy too, right? I believe we did. I believe so. That's what they're telling me. I said anyway. I don't often remember all the readings because I do so many of them. Yeah. I think we're going to be fine. I feel like you're changing your energy. You're focusing on gratitude and appreciation and less fear. And we got the 10 of Pentacles, abundance, and solid foundation, both pentacles, pentacles. So I feel like, I feel like your energy is switching, and so their energy is switching because you are doing your work, right? Did you set your alarm? Did you set your alarm for gratitude, gratitude, gratitude? Let's do it. Let's do it. Less fear, more appreciation and gratitude for what is, right? Release, release, release. We are going with the flow. But it looks positive there, LA. So, yay! I'm excited. I just feel like your life is going to, um, just change so much because what you've learned through these lawsuits, you're going to apply to love. You're like, "Oh, crap." But no, it's good because you've learned about energy, you've learned about focus, you've learned about, the impact you have in co-creating. You have about delay, about movement. You've been through the gauntlet of all these individuals, right? And now you're like, "Oh, I can apply all this to love too. If I'm focusing on lack, I'll experience it, but if I'm focused on gratitude and my own love, I'll experience something higher." So it's not like you have to start from scratch. It's like It's like learning you've learned how to speak another language, and now you're gonna apply that language to something else, and so it's cool. So, I thank you for your sense of humor. That's what they have for you, LA, so many blessings to you. All right. And up next, excuse me, we have VD, Jalan, hello. All right. What are you attracting into your life right now, in this moment? Let's take a look. Well, there is this patience that's coming in here, in the Four of Cups, the offering of a new higher love, you are attracting to here. The patience does tell us it's the alchemy, it's the temperance card, patience, I know, but it's also that there's movement happening and you're seeing change. You're seeing the cups happen. You're seeing this base metal lead that's been transforming and it's not what it was before. And it's like, I think I even see a little gold tint to it. Is it about to turn to gold? I think it's getting closer and closer. So I do like this. You are drawing in this higher love, and you've been like you were probably like, I know I've been waiting, but I feel like you're not as angry about it anymore. I feel like you have learned so much about yourself through the waiting that you're realizing you're drawing in something that you deserve rather than what you had felt you would only deserved before. What you feel you deserve has increased. And I like that. So that's what I feel is coming in for you, VD. So many blessings to you. That is what they have for you right now. You're welcome, LA. All right. And divinely protected. You're up next. An oracle from your guides from deck three. Boom, boom, boom. Well, you are going to hear from your spirit animal guide today, or one of them, because we have the spirit animal oracle. Let's see what they have for you. Oh, right. Whoa. I don't think those are your cards. Nope. Because they said, leave it. Because I'm like, I gotta go get them. They're like, no, leave it. So they always crack me up. You got beaver spirit. Yes, you do. Look, I'm gonna try to zero in on him because he's got his fancy little leaf hat. Card number 6. Lay a solid foundation. So, Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the capital S source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so that you can deliberately co create the world you desire. Here we're talking about co creation, right? Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. So keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with spirit to co create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way that your heart desires. I like it. There's also a protection message, which, I like to read. And it says, Beaver spirit has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundations of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking that something would work out just because you wanted it to. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got what you desired, it would somehow change you and make everything better, and you had to face the truth that it didn't. Or Beaver Spirit may be telling you it is time to accept things as they are and perhaps consider abandoning the project, the relationship, or situation so you can make room for something better. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation because what you desire may not be in alignment with your soul, with what your soul intends. Beaver Spirit says you can always get busy and build something fresh and new if the desire is true. All manner of miracles can spring up from a new, strong foundation when you remember your partnership with Spirit. Be clear about what you're building and why, choosing from a place of worthiness, well being, and wholeness. Self understanding and acceptance will provide you with a solid blueprint to begin with. Self understanding and acceptance. Okay. Get busy now. Beaver Spirit says this is not a time to procrastinate, but a time to start building again. Always mindful of the foundation you are laying, trusting that Spirit is co creating with you. I like it. I like it. I like it. Embrace the Beaver Spirit. All right. So that is what they have for you, divinely protected. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then divine beauty, we have after that. You want to know what is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. All righty. Wow, something unknown and unseen. Dun dun dun. But you have this balance that's coming in here. So I like it. It's nothing to be afraid of. In fact, I feel like what's coming towards you is a choice between two things in the outside world, with Earth being pentacles and being the outer experience that we have. I like the mystery that comes in here, and I feel like the full moon and the new moon are important things here. So I feel like you have this, the choices you have, which is interesting because you would think that they would be the same thing, but they're not. You have a choice of ending something and a choice of beginning something, and they're unrelated. Do they impact one another? They're like, eh. So they're not like, it's not like I need to end this relationship with this person to start a relationship with them. It's more what they're showing me to be like, I can end the relationship with them and then I can start and go back to school. It's like, oh, okay, so they impact one another, but not directly, if that makes sense. So I like it. This is what is coming towards you, this choice coming up in the outside world. I do feel like from now through August, it's going to be by the end of August that this comes in. All right, so that's what they have for you, divine beauty, and many blessings to you. You're welcome, VD. All right. Alexis, you are up. So, should you go to Los Angeles in September? So, for Spirit, they don't have a should. When we ask them shoulds, they're like, do what you want, because they don't believe in that there's a should, a have to, a must, a need to. There's just different choices and different experiences. It's like ordering off a menu. Should I order this? Order what you want. They're the waiter. Order what you want. What are you hungry for? What would you like? How do you want it cooked? So we'll ask them though. We can ask them, is this for my highest experience? Right. So we'll ask, going to Los Angeles in September, is that for your highest good? And that's what we'll ask. And I'm hitting 2-hour mark here, so I'm gonna be going to 1 card readings. For the rest of the free ones, if anyone makes a donation, I still will dive deeper into those. But just to try to get through as many free ones here, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be on. So, I've got here Alexis with the 5 of swords. There is this conflict here. This it's like this miscommunication. This it just feels conflicting. So I would say this would be that it's not in your highest to go to Los Angeles in September. I just feel like there's there would be conflicting things happening. There would be like delays, cancellations. It just feels like it would be full of a lot of resistance. It's almost like when you try to launch a boat when the tide's coming in. It's like whenever there's a Mercury retrograde, when we say, "Oh, don't launch anything new," that's the kind of energy they're showing me is like, what? It would just be so much struggle and not worth the outcome. They're like, wait. So that's what's coming in, Alexis, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Link's lead, like messages, message from your Leo here. Sorry, cards are flying everywhere. Let me just reshuffle these here. There we go. All right. So messages. Okay, so they just want me to shuffle for all the free readings. And 1 and 2 and 3. Interesting. I haven't had them do this before. They're having me shuffle for all, and then we're just taking from the top for each of the next free readings. Interesting. So, messages from your Leo. You do have the Empress. This is about new birth, new beginning, sensuality, um, creativity, but it's about being free from a lot of expectations and thoughts and beliefs. The Emperor and the Hierophant come after, which is are all of the rules, the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And this is about I just want to be free. I just want to have a birthing. I want fruitfulness. I want adventure and sensuality, but I just don't want anything attached to it. So that's like the Leo, and we're moving into Leo energy too. It's like they don't want to be they're fiery. They don't want to be caged. This particular Leo especially doesn't want to be caged. And I feel like they have some of that feeling that's going on. And that could or could not have anything to do with you as well, like we always talk about long before you met them, they had all these stuff that was poured into their head. That's what they're all these programs that are running underneath the surface and conditioning that they're going off of. But this is the energy that's coming in right now is I do want this sensuality. I do want this birth. I do want this with you, but I don't want any strings attached. Yay. But it's because of their fear of disappointing and everything else that's come in. So that's what they have for you, Linksley. So many blessings to you. All right. Or you might be like, yes, that's what I want. No strings attached either. whatever floats our boat, right? All right. And Grace, you want divine guidance for you. All right. And you got the King of Swords. The King of Swords does tell you that it's a lot going on in the mind, right? A lot of thinking. Because the kings rule over their suit, which this is the king of air, and all the kings are given a second portion of air. So he not only rules over it with the queen, he's the master of thought and belief and mindset. So if you're an air sign or dealing with an air sign, or there's a lot of thinking going on here, definitely. But they're about seeing things from a higher perspective, which allows you to cut away a lot of beliefs. Whatever you're looking for guidance in, there's if there's any limitations, if there's anything that you feel is holding you back, it's because you were taught around some fears of failing, some fears of rejection, some fears of like, what will people think? What will what will happen there, right? So they're saying try to look at things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, the capital T truths, which also allows you to cut away these beliefs, whatever's triggering and coming up, the fear that's, you know, take a deep breath, step back and look at it and go, okay, why do I fear that? What do I feel this means about me? What story am I applying to it? Because I'm the one that gets to apply the story over whatever's happening, even though we're taught a lot of supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must. Like when that happens, this is what it means. That's what it could mean. But do I have to accept that? No, I get to decide. So there's this empowerment that's coming through this situation for you that you get to uh, rework the story that you're applying to a situation. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we got beautiful princess. Who is coming towards you? Wow, who's not coming towards you? I feel like there's several people that are coming toward you here. Not necessarily seven, but the seven of water is a lot of different emotions coming around you. Feel like there's some drama that's around you, but there's some people that are coming in. And I feel like it's important for you to really trust your intuition with all this water, with this, being, I don't even think they're a mermaid, but you're under the water here and you're able to see them all. And I feel like if you take a deep breath and trust like close your eyes and open your heart and connect to your solar plexus area, you'll be able to really see things clearly and go, okay, and see who is true, who is in fear, who is playing games, who is dramatic, and that's how they always are. And you're able to cut things out of what don't serve you emotionally. And so I like that. And that's what's coming through for you right now. Beautiful princess. So many blessings to you. And Daisy, hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And do you have the potential to become a billionaire or millionaire in this lifetime? Random question. Hey, I like those. If you are, don't forget us for sure. So you have the five of air, which is conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Changing of mindset. This does tell me that you do have possibility of making great income and having abundance with money, but it does take some changing of some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have, because there will be some that are holding you back and keeping you from, you know, um, uh, feeling like you deserve it. It would be some thoughts and beliefs that might be bubbling down under the surface about worthiness, fears. There could even be fear of success, fear of becoming a millionaire or billionaire. So you can do some reflection on that. It's really cool. And this is for everyone. Do I have even here? I'll just use a sticky. I know I use sticky notes, but if you just get a piece of paper and put it into four things like this, and you can make them more even if you want. um, uh, and one up here, you can put out, I desire to be a billionaire because I desire not to be a billionaire because, right? And then down here, I desire to be poor. I desire not to be poor. And when you do that, two of these are gonna be like something you're thinking about all the time, right? Which would be like, I desire to be a billionaire. I desire not to be poor, right? Those are very, oh, I got, but just whatever comes as you're asking these questions reveals a lot of things for us, right? Because when you ask yourself, I desire not to be a billionaire. Ooh, why? Well, I'm afraid it'll be too much. I'm afraid I'll lose it. I'm afraid I won't know who my friends are. I'm afraid, blah, 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 blah. These things will come up, right? And then also the other, I desire to be poor, might have some crossovers with those, but those are the things that are below the surface that come up and that are these things that can reveal. So, something to think about. If that resonates, you can do that. And that's for anyone. It's a wonderful, wonderful process. All right. So that's what they have there for you. And Shri, any good news coming soon? Well, you got the 7 of Wands, which means yes, you're about to be moved up into being seen or promoted or whatever this is, you're being put up on stage in a way where you're bright, you're seen as this beautiful, unique unicorn that in the darkness is shining bright, and people down below are going, "Who are you?" And they're seeing you, and so you're being elevated in some way in your life that's coming up. Now, it could be some people don't like that because when people feel low about themselves, they don't like it when people who they already think are higher than them go even higher. So you might have some people that are all blah 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 and that type of thing. That's okay. That's about them, not about you. That's about them feeling low. If you want to lift them up sincerely, you can do that if that's your heart, but you don't have to. But this is good. This is about elevation and being standing out and being moved up. So it is very much a positive thing. All right, and that is what they have for you, Shri. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Earth Angel. You want to know Aquarius's thoughts towards you. You are brave. I'm just kidding. We have the Four of Thought, the Four of Swords, peace of mind. So very peaceful, very balanced, which is good coming from an Aquarius. I'm Aquarius sun, so I get it. They definitely have the solid foundation. They don't have like usually there's like three swords on the wall and someone sleeping on the Ace of Swords, which shows that they've overcome fears. They don't have like uh, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they're like on alert with you. So that an Aquarius has peace of mind around you is good. It means they've got things on their list, things on this thinking side of them that they are looking for, that is there, that's very peaceful. It's not agitated. It's not, um, and I feel like they've reached this point where it's a pause for a moment. Then there will be more because you can't ever expect an Aquarius to stay the same. They're constantly changing, evolving, moving. They like surprising you, so be aware of that as well. But it feels very calm right now mentally for them. So good things. I feel like it's a positive thinking right now towards you. Love, they're water bears. They're going to keep their water and their emotions in containers, so you're not going to see that readily. You must have to ask them, "Can I borrow one of your Tupperware containers that you have your emotions in? I just want to experience some of your emotion." So that's funny. But to get to the Aquarius, mental stimulation will help if that helps. All right. And then grateful to you. Thank you so much. Do you have a future with R? Well, eh, eh. Could be, could be. It's kind of undecided at this point. There's the scales are being balanced. It's being judged. It's being evaluated. And that just means that there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. We got the Ace of Swords here, which is seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away some fears and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship. And that needs to happen on both sides, right? So we might have an out of balanced, um, you know, uh, thinking of what a relationship or a person is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. So there's some thinking to look at and go, what fears do I have? Because those are the ones that are weighing down your side of the scale. And if you are able to, with that Ace of Swords, see things from a higher perspective, question why you believe that it has to be all these different ways. Because when we have so many expectations on relationship, again, this is both of you, when we have so many like a horse blinder on, we just don't see all these possibilities and we live a very limited life instead of a very abundant, expansive life. So it's like undetermined. I feel like that if you look at my Take 10 was Zen, episodes 4 and 5, even 6, it talks about death, but 4 and 5 is about our fated relationships, or fated events in our life, what we can do both consciously and unconsciously, the impacts of what brings things in sooner and makes them last longer, or delays it and makes it end sooner. So the amount of time of a future with someone is very dependent upon this. There's so much that's going on right now. That's why I feel like they're not able to give you the exact answer right now based on current energies even. It's like, it's kind of up in the air right now, depending on what choices each of you are making with these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So that is what is coming in. So many blessings to you. Grateful for you. All right. And then divine goddess, who's manifesting you in their life? All right. Well, your higher self right now is calling you into their lives. Your spiritual posse, your entourage, your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side and ancestors, all the spirit world, your higher self is calling you into this place. So I feel like who's manifesting you is your higher self. Like it said, it's drawing you away from things to raise your love vibration, bring you to this higher place so that you will draw in, uh, both of you draw each other in, individuals that are at a higher love vibration instead of a lower love vibration. So your higher self is like, "Er, everything's on hold. We're drawing you higher so that you don't end up getting what we've always gotten before. You'll end up with someone who's more deserving of you and that you are more deserving of. But right now, it would bring in others. And that's why there's like this pause that's coming in. So that's what they have for you, divine goddess. So many blessings to you. And Sawi Gaming 2023, spirit message from for you, Sharani, what they want to tell you. All right. Say they have the Nine of Earth here. The Nine of Earth and Nine of Pentacles is about independence and standing strong. And I feel like they want to tell you that they feel like you don't need them, that you have this confidence and this ability, and they have this lower esteem, this lower sense of their worth, that they feel like they um, are not needed. Like what I can give you, I feel that you can give yourself, and that you this is how they perceive things, right? This is how they see themselves. I don't have a whole lot to offer. Look at who you are and what you, and you have this independence and this confidence that kind of scares them a little bit, because obviously with them with that lower self-esteem, they don't feel that way about themselves, right? So that's what I feel is coming in there for you. So Sawi, many blessings to you right now. All right. And Mary the Aries. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. A general reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Oops. I started shuffling again. Evidently, it was time to reshuffle for the next free readings. All right. You got the Two of Earth. You are at this kind of pivotal point in your life here where you've got two choices to make in the outside world. And it's important to realize with these choices that are coming up that I feel like the Two of Swords energy, which is close your eyes and open your heart, because the two choices are, there's one choice that makes sense. We always like that, right? This makes sense. It meets all these supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. But that doesn't mean it's the right choice. And we use right very loosely because there's no right or wrong. But it's like we think it's the one that's high for our highest experience because it's meeting all these things, but it's not. It's not for your highest. The other thing is more something from your heart, not from your heart that wants love so bad and wants to be loved and all that, but your high heart that wants to live your dream It wants to express this beautiful, unconditional love that's in your heart with the world. So it's that heart. And you have two choices, and neither's right, neither's wrong, but one will bring you joy and abundance and make you feel like you're living. The other one's just going to feel like you're existing. So that's what's coming in right now for you. And hopefully that helps in any decisions that you need to make. All right. And Nuza Maranda, you want to know Idir's intentions towards you. All right. We've got the 10 of air here, the 10 of swords, which they are at this point of just, they're like, I'm just don't want any expectations. Normally it's someone laying down with all the 10 swords stuck in their back, which means they're just exhausted. They're not dead, they're just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of being exhausted from trying to please everyone, trying to live up to everyone's supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. They just want to live. They just want to express love and enjoy life and have this adventure. It's like the Fool's card, the first card in the major arcana, leaving behind the old world and just wanting to have an adventure without rules. And so even asking, what are their intentions? They're like, oh, why do I have to have intentions? Why can't I just be free? Why can't we just take it moment by moment and enjoy what is in the now and not try to, cage it in and trap it? And this is the kind of the energy that they're having right now, is they just want to have an adventure without intentions and rules and all that, because they feel like that just sucks the life out of or sucks the wind out of the sail, and we can't go anywhere with that. It sucks the wind out of a candle, like a lantern, and then there's no air left, and the poof, the flame goes away. So they just feel like they just want to be free and they want to have this adventure, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in right now, Nuza. So many blessings to you. All right. And I think we have gotten down to where I started doing the uh, donation. So I just need to look here because there's a lot of conversation. I just want to make sure I don't skip over anyone. All right, Aquarius 7. Hey. So general love for read for you. Wow. What are the chances that you get the star card, which is the Aquarius card? So here you are, general love reading, connect to your higher self, really balance out your energy too. You normally there's 7 stars, which is all about balancing the chakras. And here you are containing your emotions here too. So, as Aquarius, we like to contain our emotions and keep them in nice little Tupperware containers. We even burp it to make sure it's fresh. We keep it in a nice little refrigerated room in our heart. But the reading here is connect higher and higher and higher to your higher love, but share your emotions. Get out of our head, or I don't even like saying that because I'm Aquarius sun too. I'm like, stay in your head, but allow your emotions to be shared too. Pour out the vessel, pour out emotion. It's important for you to share from your heart, at least to 1 or 2 people in your life that matter. Like if there's someone that if you thought if the scenario is I wouldn't say something and share my emotions, that they would be gone out of my life. What 2 people are that, or one? Who are they? And share your emotion with them, because that's important. Sharing the emotion because they need to feel emotion, and we can get so caught up into our head, and we can also lump everyone into a giant pail and go, all my friendships are in here. Everyone's my friend. But these individuals want to feel set apart, not just lumped in with everyone else. So it's like when the first time I went to a dance club and I was so nervous and I wanted to dance. I didn't want to dance by myself. And my friend go ask Go ask one of those girls." There was, like, 2 of them. I walked up to 'em, I go, "Do either of you wanna dance?" And they were like, "Which one?" I go, "Whoever." They're like, "No, we're okay." You learn the hard way, right? Oh, you want to be asked, not be lumped in with a group. So I feel like that's what they have for you right now. So that is your message, Aquarius 7. So many blessings to you. All right. And we completed those. We get completed those. All right. And my blessing is here, 1111. I didn't see an answer here. You didn't ask a question, so you just wanted to get a card pull, which we will do. You have the 6 of Earth, and the 6 of Earth, this, especially if it's around relationship, for me, it's this, that there's this out of balance giving that we do, where something when you were younger, you felt like you had to give so much to get so little. In fact, if you check out my Take 10 with Zen, it's episode 4 or 5, or it doesn't hurt to listen to both of them. They're under 10 minutes anyway, but it talks specifically about the 6 of Earth and how, excuse me, those energies can keep it can make us feel like we've got these walls, these force fields up, that even though we consciously want love or abundance, or we want to receive something consciously, there's this belief underneath that says we have to give so much to get so little, and that has it blocked. So check that out. I feel like that will help out because this is for love. It is for abundance. It's for anything that we're wanting to receive in the outside world. So that might help with whatever you're going through there. But I feel like they're wanting you to take a look there because that 6 of Pentacles comes out a lot. And that's all free. It's on my main page. And I posted the link to episode 6. So it has the link at the end of that for the whole playlist too. And I think it's in the description box of the video. All right, my blessing is here. That is what they have for you there. All right. And then we had Midalu. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I do apologize. All right. Anyone to know? Well, hello first. Could you have a reading about your girlfriend? You said things to her that you deeply regret, and she won't talk to me, and she blocked you. You want to know guidance? Will she come back and forgive? All right, we'll take a look here. You know, Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, she is nurturing herself, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So she's given herself the love. It is about birth, it is about sensuality. It's like the Empress energy quite a bit here. But you really need to nurture it. I mean, I feel like she sees herself as a queen and she will not accept any poor treatment. And the it's going to take a lot uh, to um, allow her allow you back in the kingdom hall where the queen rules. So you're gonna have to, for every thing that you said that you regretted, you're gonna have to say 100 things, truly, sincerely, and show it and prove it. I feel like she's like had enough. Um, I don't know if this is the first time this has happened, but I feel like she's just, that's it. You're going to have to prove it, and you're going to have to prove it over time, and you're going to have to do this. It's going to take a lot of work. If she means that much to you, then put in whatever you need to do for it. But it's going to be a lot. She's a queen. And you're going to have to treat her as such. And you can't treat her as a queen as a king either. You have to treat her as a queen as a knight, if that makes sense. You have to serve her. You have to find out what her needs are. You have to find out what quests she wants you to go after, and you have to overcome and fight those monsters. And you have to come back with their heads to the queen and go, "Here, I have brought this for you. And what else can I do?" So that's what's coming in, Midalu. So you have to determine if it's worth it for you. But I feel like it's going to be a lot. So there you go. That's what they have for you. All right. And we completed those and that one. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Here we are. So Asia, Danasia. Hey, Kimberly. So you'd like to know uh, if you will hear from Robert and what does he want from you and will this relationship move forward? All right. So we're doing one card readings right now since I'm like at 2.5 hours. So I'll try to get as much of that as we can in there for you here. But for everyone else, I will be back in less than 6 hours, 5.5 hours for my evening session. So I'm going to try to get through as many free ones here, but I'm going to need to be closing down here so I can go eat and do some other things before then. We're doing one card readings. Nine of Wands here. So there is this block that's here. I don't feel like they know what they want. I feel like the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands usually has like 9 wands, and they've got like a bandage on their head because they've been hitting up against the wall over and over and over again. And it feels like they've been trying to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. And um, I just feel like I don't feel progress. I feel like there's this block. So things that you can look at, because if if there's a block between us and someone else, it's either them and or us that has this subconscious force fields that are up. Our little inner child's going, no, 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 you can't have it. No, 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 you can't have that. So if you feel like there is a block and you feel like I have like I want love, I want abundance, I want all this stuff, but it's not coming in, then there's more to look at there. Something that you can do that's free, I just mentioned it, the Take 10 with Zen series. Episodes 4 and 5 are all about fate and things coming in sooner or later or ending sooner or later and the power that we have in it. I feel like there's some tools there that could help you with that if you're wanting to have things move forward. It can help you with the side that you can deal with, if that makes sense. So be sure to check those out. I think the link to the playlist is in the description box of this video. If not, here momentarily, I'll be putting the link for episode 6 out, which you can get to episodes 5 and 4 through that as well. So that's what they have for you, Asia. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Rose with the brown icon with the white R, because I know I have a few roses that come in here. You want to know what's coming in for you over the next 2 weeks. Well, you got the Four of Water, which is the Four of Cups. It's emotional stability, and you are being offered a higher love. There's some things in the outside world that I feel like haven't been emotionally fulfilling. It's just like kind of boring. It's like I keep having the same type of experience, but this is a higher love that's being offered to you. Starts with an you being drawn inward and upward to a higher love for yourself from the spiritual realm, from the creator, from your higher self, unconditional eternal love. And it's what transforms things inside of you. Because when we're looking outside of ourselves for that, we don't get it. It falls short. But when we find that from up above, we're like a chalice. We fill up with that overflow, then everything in the outside world turns from lacking to above and beyond abundance instead. So there is this transformation that can come over these next 2 weeks, and I feel like you're having these opportunities that come in that just really help with this emotional balance of love in your life. Feel very positive about it. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And that is what we have there for you. All right. All right. Melba B said hi. So hello, hello. Oh, you're very welcome, new love. Glad you liked your reading there. Okay, we did those. We did those. We did those. Luna Ray, you are very welcome. All right, so we are down to the final readings here. Melba B, hi again. I see you said hi a couple times. Sorry, I don't look at the chat as I'm doing readings because then I would be responding to everyone and not doing readings. So sorry I didn't say hi till now. But if you have a question, pop it here too because I am finishing up here. And Frances, Alexis, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You want to know, how does Daniel feel about you? All right. So, Melba, not Melba, sorry, Francesis. um, okay, okay, good. At least the first time I did right. Well, they're going through this transformation here. This is the death and the rebirth card that comes in here. And I'm just gonna pull a clarifier here. Oh, yeah, it comes right after it. You got the Major Arcana 13, the Major Arcana 14. So there's this ending and beginning, and they're going through this transformation that's taken a while. So I don't know if you're probably going like, yeah, it feels like it's watching the grass grow. You're like, when are you going to take some action? When are some things going to happen here? When is there going to be movement? When are you going to show me how you feel? When are you going to do any of this? And it just feels like there's not a whole lot that's happening here. You got another major arcana. They want me to pull one more. You got the high priestess card, which is while you're during this time waiting for any of that stuff to go happen, pauses and delays happen on purpose for us. And it's for you to step back to your high priestess temple, connect high to the higher world, go into the, behind the veil and dive deep into your own emotions. And this is a time for you to also raise your own self love and your own love vibration because we cannot love others more than the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So I love myself that much. It doesn't matter how much love someone's giving me, it's only going to drip in. And no matter how much love, we want to give out, it's just going to drip and trickle out. Right. So it's like, um, it's a win-win as we open up and we release the old ways of thinking, our old ways of feeling, these things that no longer serve us, these things that are rooted in fears. And we connect up to this beautiful, eternal, unconditional love. We develop this beautiful relationship with our higher self and spirit world, but it also opens up this pipeline to the humans where we can give and receive more love here too. So I feel like while you're waiting for that to catch up or to do and act and raise their love vibration, you can be doing that for you, and it impacts your world in good ways. So that's what they have for you right now. I know, right? So many blessings to you. All right. So, hey, Deb, love and light to you. All right. So, Melba, what are in the cards for you? Wow, you got a major arcana strength card. So this is this movement up in your outside world. It's like an upgrade in life because the lion represents your human and the maiden represents your higher self. And what happens is our lion, of course, is told to look outside itself for its wholeness and its completeness and what will make it not hungry anymore. And it's told to look into relationships and situations like jobs and education and things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. But all those things, we eat of it, we're more hungry. We drink of it, we're more thirsty. And it's because what we're truly searching for is inward and upward. We are looking for unconditional love, right? And in the beginning, we kind of come in unaware of our higher self. So we're just the lion that's going around feeling like they're by themselves, trying to, almost we get desperate because the more we eat, the more we drink, the hungrier and thirstier we become. And we're like, oh my God, I need something to get rid of this, thirst, this hunger. And so we become this roaring lion in the jungle. But that's the time when we become aware of our higher self. We're like, who are you? and we realize, oh, I'm more than this human. I am this higher being, and our higher being doesn't come down and you know put the lion out of its misery, or try to cage it or control it or manipulate it or whatever, because it knows what it's hungering for, what it's thirsting after is the unconditional love of back home that it can only find inward and upward. And our higher self just happens to be, so luckily, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So it comes down and it hugs the lion. It doesn't try to destroy it, it completes it. And then we walk together hand in paw through life in a different way. So there is this upgrade, this higher relationship that you're getting with your higher self, where it looks completely different. It looks completely, I love that our higher self doesn't come down like Superman, rescue us, and then flies away. It's like, no, now that you have this relationship developed with your higher self, it's like hand in paw together. And our roaring lion feels so full, so complete, transforms from a roaring lion into this beautiful purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling full and complete like it has never been before. Then life becomes different. Instead of it being a place of lack and, disaster, a place that's withholding, we're full on the inside and we see the world as above and beyond extra. It becomes an adventure instead of a disappointment. So I really like that for you, Melba. Oh, good. I'm glad that yay, yeah, yeah, in this, and that's like a higher I feel like it's like an upgrade, like it's going to a whole new level, which is amazing, so I like it, Melba. And thank you for answering Aquarius 7 there, and you're welcome, Aquarius 7, appreciate that. I think that is it. Very good, very good. All right. So before I head off and go eat, like I said, I will be back in about 5.5 hours for my evening session. On Sundays, I'm here Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. I do have a weekly giveaway. So you still have a chance. So you have them through this evening to get into the drawing. There's actually 2 ways to win. So if you wanna check out that video, that'll tell you all about it. I also am having a crazy Zen summer sale for the month of July. I have half off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also, off of all of my personal recorded readings. So if you wanna know more about what that hedge is, you can click on that link, that I had there, and then personal readings there too. All of that information's in the description box of the video if you need to come back to it. But if you wanna book any of those, that link there is also listed, or those links are also listed. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading, and the last two have been about transforming lower vibrational emotions into higher. But Spirit saying, of course, we come here to experience the lower vibration. So there's no wrong choices. But when you're tired of riding the same roller coaster, and you're like, I'm done with this anger around this situation, this person. I want to transform it. You can check out that pick a card. I also have a ton of other pick a cards available if you want more messages of love from above. All free, of course, a lot of free content there. Right. And then the final here is the Take 10 with Zen. This is a series I started 6 weeks ago, which 10 minutes or less. That's where the Take 10 is, uh, where we talk about connecting to the spirit world, connecting to our higher self and the powerful being we are. And I also answer questions from my subscribers. So if you want to check those out, the last three have been around fate, which has been really interesting. The first one was around dimensions, and then we talked about um, spirit guides in the second one. The third one was, is love real? So it's been an exciting adventure, and I look forward to see what else we come up with. So that's what we have. Again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I really appreciate that, and, uh, just know that, I'm blown away by your hunger and thirst for seeking after spirit. And just please know that as you are going through each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So I will be back, like I said, in about 5 hours and 20 minutes. So until then, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you guys, much love to you. You hang in there, you take care, and we'll see you.